Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Pokemon News. This is Mango Oblivion Plays, and today I'll be going over some of our Pokemon news from the last couple of days, because a lot has been introduced in just the last uh, couple of days. So we're going to start, as always, with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. First of all, there will be a mass outbreak event coming this weekend, starting tomorrow, actually, or well, I'm going to be releasing this on Thursday, so today. It'll be releasing today, um, around the same time they always do. And they will all be snake Pokemon. Silicobra will be in Paldea, Ekans will be in Hitakami, and Seviper will be in the Terrarium. All of these Pokemon will have increased shiny odds in this mass outbreak event. Also, as of January, the new battle regulations have been set, which will be Regulation Set G. Regulation Set G allows for one restricted Pokemon in a battle. Paradox Pokemon are allowed in this format, and mythical Pokemon are not allowed. So you can use one cover legendary, you can use as many trio or paradox Pokemon legendaries as you'd like, but you cannot use mythicals. So no Mew, no Pecharunt, none of that. Future events for Scarlet and Violet has been very vague. They haven't really said what they are going to be doing moving forward. Now that all of the starter Pokemon have had their Mightiest Mark raids, we're not sure if there will be more of those. Um, I think there's lots of different possibilities for what they could do moving forward. One such thing could be doing the Paldean starters. They haven't done a Mightiest Mark raid for them yet, so I think that'd be interesting to have them with their hidden abilities. They could put more legendaries in raids like Rayquaza. They could take shiny locked Pokemon that have been traditionally locked in their shiny forms, and make them available via these raids. Or they could give us an opportunity to catch another version of the Paldean Legends, so that we can all have um, one of those. That'd be really neat. Moving on from Scarlet and Violet, let's talk about Pokemon TCG Pocket, the hot new mobile game. The Mythical Island Emblem event is ending January 9th, so that would be one day from when this is released. You do need to win 45 matches to get the final emblem, which is pictured here on the right. Popular decks out there have been Celebi EX, Mewtwo EX. I've seen a couple Pikachu EXs. Charizard Arcanine has been in there every once in a while. And then the new Gyarados EX deck has also been very popular. Um, Gyarados EX is really nice because it can one-hit KO Celebi, which has been by far the most popular deck in this event. Another item, another event going on in Pokemon TCG Pocket right now is the drop event for Blastoise. It'll be continuing until January 15th. Blastoise is the premier promo in this set. However, Cinccino, Volcarona, Snivy, and Eevee are also promo cards in this drop event. As well, the Wonder Pick event began last night, and this one will feature Charmander and Squirtle, and there are products featuring blue in the store. So this is the latest event dealing with Mythical Island. The second set of TCG Pocket should release this month, at least that's what we heard from the developers. I think it'll probably be Generation 2 based on how Genetic Apex was so heavily focused on Gen 1. So it would make sense for set 2 to be more focused on Johto. Not confirmed, I don't know that, but just something just seems to make logical sense to me. We'll see what happens. But I'm excited for that set to release at some point this month. Let's move over to the regular Pokemon card world, where we have Prismatic Evolutions releasing on January 17th in the United States. This set's going to feature Eevee and its evolutions, and it's also going to have reprinted cards. It's basically like a holiday set, but with new stuff in it. This is considered a special set, however, so there is no pre-release period. You can't go to a game store and play like a build and battle deck with other people. You just have to wait until it comes out. There have been rumors that it's going to be very hard to get your hands on these cards, so we'll see if that comes to fruition, because these apparently are going to be mighty popular. Moving on to Pokemon Go, they've announced the next Community Day, and it's going to be a classic one featuring Ralts. This will take place at the end of January. The last time Ralts was in a Community Day was all the way back in August of 2019. And they're probably bringing it back since they did just introduce Mega Gallade. So this is your chance to stock up on Gardevoir or Ralts candy basically for your Gardevoir and your Gallades who Mega Evolve, as well as catch some shinies. The next big event that's happening is the Fashion Week event, which happens every year. This year they're going to have a Rocket Takeover event as well. That's going to feature Shroodle and Grafaiai from Paldea, and Giovanni will also have Shadow Palkia on his team during this event. There's also going to be costumed Minccino and Cinccino, so a new costumed Pokemon will be added into the game along with this Fashion Week, like usual. There's also going to be a Shadow Ho-Oh Raid Day, January 19th. This raid day will feature Ho-Oh, of course. Tyranitar and Golem are still the best counters for Ho-Oh as it is a Fire Flying type. There will be 5 extra raid passes available for this Ho-Oh event, and you can teach it Sacred Fire using a charged TM during the event. Also going around with Pokemon Go, they have announced the Pokemon Go Fest times for this coming year. There will be one in Osaka at the end of May. Jersey City, New Jersey will be hosting its first American Pokemon Go Fest, June 6th through 8th. And then Paris will be hosting June 13th through 15th. That's probably a nod to ZA being launched this year. So they're moving it to Paris. I think last year it was in Germany in Europe. 2 more Pokemon events were announced right before I recorded this video. The first one is the Legendary Flight event, which is going to introduce the legendary birds of Kanto into Max battles. And this will be happening at the end of January on Max Mondays. Articuno will be here on January 20th. Zapdos will appear on the 27th, and Moltres will appear on the 3rd. When these Pokemon debut, there will also be some other Pokemon that will be along with it. So like Articuno is going to have basically the fire types in Beldum, so Scorbunny, Charmander, Beldum. Zapdos is going to have Cryogonal and 2 others, and then Moltres is going to have water types. They also announced the details for Black and White Kyurem, which will be available in March globally with the Pokemon Go Tour events at the end of this season. Kyurem, well, just like Necrozma will be able to be fused. You're going to need a Zekrom or a Reshiram to do that fusion. If your Kyurem that you use to fuse this Pokemon has Glaciate, then you can get the special attacks Freeze Shock or Ice Burn. During this event, N's Pokemon will be more available in the wild. So lots of Gen 5 Pokemon that were on N's team in the games will be available during this event. Let's quickly stop in and talk about ZA, of course, that is going to be releasing this year. Um, Niantic may have kind of dropped the hint that there is going to be a Pokemon Presents on Pokemon Day, which is February 27th. It was coded into the game, and some data miners found that information. If it does happen, it'll be at 1400 UTC. The game is going to be releasing at some point this year. Some people think it's going to still be in Q1 or 2, so like April, May, around then. Lots of other people think it might potentially be during the holidays, so we might have to wait the full year before the game gets released. What we know from the Terra leak is that Zygarde and Zeraora are apparently getting Mega Evolutions in this game. That indicates potentially there will be more new Mega Evolutions since they're bringing it back for this game. And then we don't really know this, but this is going to be a Legends game, so does it take place in the past? Is it going to take place in the future? Does it take place right before or after the events of X and Y? We don't really know. I'm excited to find out. Thanks so much for tuning in once again for some Pokemon news. We'll be back as soon as we have more information to share with you. Until then, trainers, best of luck. This has been Mango Oblivion Plays, signing off for now.